it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, one of the top teams in this conference, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Saunders. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. To the air, it's Allard. Fires to the right. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Now, Drew Allard feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allard still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Snatches it on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Scanning the field, it's Allard. And he dropped it, just didn't put the thing all the way in. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 20.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Snagged in the middle. It's Tate. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. 22. Looking for space, it's Ball. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Keeps it on the bootleg. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Buying some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I love what the quarterback did with his eyes there. Third down, you're throwing the hitch against zone. You've got to freeze defenders because they're all watching you. If you eyeball that throw, someone could pick that off and take it to the house. So great job with his eye discipline.
Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fears the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Give to the running back. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap. It's ball. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's St. Clair. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They're able to put a stop with that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Catch in the middle, it's Pena. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. The give. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains, it's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked out a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Back to pass. It's Allard. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They're able to hit him on that. Forced the incompletion.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Quickly complete. He's loose. He's in the plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
The Buckeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Singleton. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They're going to run it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Allen. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Aller. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They get to him as he throws. Pick off! What a play by this defense! And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going right to work up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tries to do it himself on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The give to the lone running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it. Went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
They're able to put a stop with that return right at the 30-yard line. Quick handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pena. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Handoff to the single running back. Turning on the Jets. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 18 over Vanderbilt. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They'll go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Rushes on him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
The Buckeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, It's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, Dave.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Aller. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. In the red area, it's Allen. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. So